Hi, my name is Miguel Regalado. I'm the new head football coach at Clarke University here in Dubuque, Iowa. And I'm going to be speaking about a package that we have out of what we call 21 personnel. That is 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a fullback, along with our tailback, of course. And what I'm going to talk about is how we run our split zone, some quick key things that we look for out of our tailback and offensive line and receivers. And then we will have a wrinkle off of that with our naked and with our split zone reverse, and a shot off of it with our split pass. So what I thought we would do is put up our formation, a strong right formation. This is some of the formation that I've hung my hat on in the past. It's something we'll continue to do here in the future here at Clarke. But this is what we call strong right formation. Our fullback will offset to the strength of the formation. I drew up a basic 4-4 scheme for us. And so what I will quickly do, and I won't get too detailed into how we block it, everybody blocks split zone differently, but the way we do it is we want to create double teams on the line of scrimmage. We want to give our tailback a aiming point, and we want to tell him to get to that line of scrimmage and make a cut. It's extremely important that our wide receivers block in a one high safety look. Our wide receivers will burst off the ball and they'll stop the corners. We immediately tell our tailback we want to run split zone at the bubble. So if the bubble is in that A gap, we tell him to take a lateral lead, get downhill, and get to the outside shoulder of the guard. The read will be the first defensive lineman past the center. So whatever he does, you're going to make a cut right off him and you're going to get vertical. On that point, we want to now create double teams. So now we start talking about double teams. Those are combo blocks between our tackle and tight end on a defensive end. Get movement. We want to double either the tackle or the nose guard. It depends on who you're going against. If that tackle is a guy that likes to move, for example, our defensive linemen are very active here at Clarke. So if he's on a move, we'll have our center mate with our right guard on that 3 technique up to the play side linebacker, the Mike. If he's not a big mover and the nose guard is typically that stouter guy, now we'll work with our left guard and we'll double up to the play side backer. Our left tackle to the open side is always going to work to the backside linebacker. We're going to bring our fullback all the way across the line of scrimmage, and he's going to kick out the defensive end. Very basic split zone. A lot of people do it. Some people do it different ways. This is the way we do it here at Clarke. Now, the big part of what I want to talk about is when teams start to adjust. And so the first thing that's going to happen is this defensive end is going to begin to crash or spill, depending on what term you use. And he's going to try to make that fullback come outside and spill this thing out to his rover should it cut back, which typically it will cut back. So then what we do is we're bringing our split reverse, and we tell our fullback, once that defensive end starts to crash, you're now going to go ahead and loop outside, and we'll bring our Z across because he's tighter to the line of scrimmage. And as we fake that handoff to the tailback, we'll give it to our Z. The defensive end is crashing. The will is starting to take away our inside zone. We have handed the ball off to our wide receiver on our split reverse. So that's one wrinkle we have off of our split zone. The other thing that gives split zone a problem is when you can't get that backside tackle to the will linebacker. When that happens, I adjust with split naked. And split naked now tells this wide receiver, as opposed to blocking, he is now going vertical. We show that same look off of our mate block with our tackle and tight end. However, now our tight end outside releases to his drag route. That is now going to make that will pay for screaming over the top. And then we will bring our other wide receiver, our Z, who's already cheated in because we've shown it with our reverse, we've shown it with our split zone. He'll now come across all the way to the post. And the golden rule of naked for our quarterbacks, never pass open a wide open arrow. So our fullback is showing that split zone. Coach is now telling his defensive end, you start spilling that thing. We'll counter that with a reverse. We'll counter that with a split naked. Last thing that we do, and I know my board's starting to get a little messy, so I apologize for that. But the last thing that we'll do is we'll take a shot off of our split action and we'll run split pass. And I'm going to erase just a little bit of this so it doesn't look so messy. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take a shot. Okay, and our tailback, or excuse me, our Z wide receiver is close. He's cheated in already because we've shown that action. So you can widen them out if you want. You can, once you're going fast, it doesn't really matter. Teams can't realize that he's just about 2 or 3 yards more outside. And so now what we'll do is we'll run our split pass. So we'll show the exact same action. Quarterback, split zone. He will now set up in the pocket. Now we're taking a shot. Now we're running the post, free safety starting to get nosy into the run game, we will send our X receiver on an inside dig. So we will high-low the free safety with the post to the dig, and then we'll check it down with the drag. We feel like this package out of split zone gives us a lot of options. When it really starts to become effective is when you get in a rhythm and you're running the football. If you can't run the football, the naked, nobody respects it. The reverse doesn't matter. Split pass doesn't matter. You have to be able to run the football. But when you can run the football, split naked is awesome when that will backer is screaming over the top. Split reverse is great when that defensive end begins to crash. Split pass is great when that free safety starts to get a little nosy, but it all comes off the split zone. We welcome anybody that ever wants to come by Clarke University football and talk about our 21 package personnel or anything else that we can help you or your program with. Thank you for your time.